What really happened inside that house? Why did no one hear anything? No scream, no struggle, no noise, even though a 20-year-old girl walked in and was never clearly seen walking out? And how does a 70-year-old man stay so calm when everyone else feels like something is wrong? She left. That's all he said, again and again and again. But if she left, why didn't anyone see her? She was only 20 years old, an age where life still feels safe, where danger is something you hear about, not something you expect to experience. Her name was Lena. She lived a simple life, not rich, not struggling, just normal. Her father worked long hours, a strict man, but not a bad one. He didn't talk much, but everything he did was for the family. Her mother was different, softer, warmer, the kind of person Lena could talk to late at night. Because of that, Lena grew up balanced. She understood discipline, but she also believed in kindness. And that belief is where everything began. Do you trust people easily? Do you believe that if someone sounds kind, they are kind? Because Lena did. She wasn't naive. She was just open. It didn't start with danger. It started online. A simple message. Someone replied to something she wrote. Polite, normal, forgettable. At least, that's what it looked like. But for him, it wasn't random. The 70-year-old man didn't just write to her. He watched first. He paid attention. What she posted, how she spoke, what she reacted to. He learned her before she even knew he existed. Then he wrote, "Not many people think like you. Simple, but powerful, because it creates connection. It makes someone feel seen." And Lena replied, "At first, it was normal. Short conversations, casual messages, but slowly it grew. Longer talks, deeper questions. He didn't rush, and that's important, because people don't trust fast talkers. They trust listeners." He listened. He remembered everything, every small detail, things most people would forget, which made Lena feel understood. And when someone feels understood, they start to trust. But let me ask you this. If someone knows exactly what to say, remembers everything about you, and makes you feel completely safe, do you trust them? Or do you wonder why? Because Lena trusted him. There were small signs, things that didn't fully feel right. Sometimes he disappeared for hours, then came back like nothing happened. Sometimes his questions felt too personal, too specific, but nothing was clearly wrong. And that's the problem, because unclear danger is the easiest to ignore. Then one day, he said, "Come over. Let's talk in person. Simple. No pressure, no force, just a suggestion." Would you go? Would you hesitate? Would you listen to that small voice in your head? Because Lena felt it. That small pause, that quiet hesitation. For a moment, she thought, maybe I shouldn't go. But then another thought came. It's fine. And that thought changed everything. That evening, she left her house. Her mother asked, "Where are you going?" She answered simply, "I'm meeting someone." Nothing unusual. No fear. No warning. Outside, the street was quiet. The sun had already set, but it wasn't fully dark yet. That in-between moment, where everything feels slightly unclear. She walked, step by step. A car passed slowly beside her. It didn't stop. It didn't do anything strange. It just passed. At that moment, it meant nothing. But later, details like that start to matter. She reached the house, knocked. The door opened quickly, almost like he was waiting. And that detail matters, because it means this wasn't unexpected. She stepped inside. The house was quiet. Too quiet. No TV, no music, no background noise. Just silence. The kind of silence where you can hear your own breathing. Everything looked clean, organized, but empty. No warmth, no feeling of a real home. At first, they talked. Normal conversation. Nothing unusual. But slowly, something changed. His questions became different, more direct, more personal. "Do you trust people easily?" She answered. But inside, something shifted. A small discomfort. Have you ever been somewhere where nothing is clearly wrong, but something doesn't feel right? That's where she was. Time passed, but it didn't feel normal. It felt slower, heavier. The pauses became longer. The silence became louder. She adjusted in her seat, looked toward the door, just for a second. That matters, because that's the moment she thought about leaving. And then something changed. Not loud, not sudden, just a moment, a look, a movement, a silence that lasted too long. What happened next? Did she try to leave? Did she say something? Did she realize the situation? Or did it happen too fast? That part, no one knows. No one heard anything. No one saw anything. Just a closed door and silence. The next morning, her phone was silent. No messages, no activity, nothing. At first, it didn't seem serious, but then hours passed. Then a full day. Her mother called. No answer. Again, nothing. And sometimes, nothing is the biggest clue. Neighbors started remembering things. A car, a movement, a time that didn't match. But nothing was clear. Everything incomplete. Now there are only a few possibilities. She left, and something happened later. She never left. Or this was planned from the very beginning. Which one do you believe? Because here's the truth. Not all danger looks dangerous. Sometimes it looks like someone who listens to you, who understands you, who makes you feel safe. And maybe the moment she stepped into that house was the moment everything was already too late. So I'll ask you one last time, what do you think really happened inside that house?